Hey guys, you're into another podcast with Daryl today. I have three three guests with me today. As my previous podcast, I have Sarah and Kazia. They will still be with me on this podcast journey throughout as many weeks as possible. But today we have a special guest host. It's called Rachel. So today's topic I want to talk about is panic buying because in this COVID-19 situation, there's a lot of panic buying going on. So let's hear our response from this guest. So what is panic buying?
Panic buying is when you buy things such as necessities because you're very anxious that it will be out of stock just because it is a pandemic and everybody is trying to get the same thing as you. So therefore, this is why I think that people are panic buying for this COVID-19 situation.
Rachel?
I from in my opinion, I think is people while buying necessities, but they are like also panicking because they are worried that it will run out of stock. So everyone will be like panic buying, and yeah.
Kazia?
Well, to me, panic buying means during like a pandemic, like this situation, there's gonna be a lot of things that you want to get because you're afraid they'll get out of stock, and then you're like hopeless. So a lot of people just want to buy like as much as they can so that it can last them within the situation.
So okay, since we talk about panic buying, okay, so the next question is what kind of situation does this normally occur or happens in such crises? Okay? Rachel, you can answer first if you want.
So right, like it can occur in such situations like now the COVID-19 pandemic, or maybe like I think probably during, I know you guys weren't born yet, but I think it's during SARS period, but actually now it's worse. It's worse than that.
Hey Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel that this COVID-19 is 10, 20 times worse than SARS or previous pandemics because a lot of people are getting sick and more people are dying. And even though nobody spread to you the COVID-19, you can still get affected with infected with COVID-19 and spread to others as well and form a cluster. Therefore, COVID-19 is very, very stringent.
Kazia?
Well, usually it kind of occurs like right now, COVID-19 is like a lot of people are trying to get what they want because this is afraid that things will get out of stock. So yeah.
So, as you know, okay, as you have heard all over the news, that people in the world are panic buying, but due to COVID-19 outbreak, people still go and buy stuff which are not really needed. So, in first, okay, as I previous question I asked you, what is panic buying? Now I want to ask you, in first place, why people need to panic buy? Sarah?
Okay, so people panic buy because they just want to get everything they want before the pandemic gets worse. And then people get scared or even cry when they don't even have the things they want during the pandemic or because there's a high chance of them dying. So therefore, I think that people are very, very scared now.
Rachel?
I think it's because people will be afraid like the items that they want are like no more, like out of stock, like right now, right, all the bubble tea shops and all that non-essential services are closed. So like, you know, in the news, the like yesterday there was like a long queue at the bubble tea shop because they will be closed today. So I think that's why.
There.
I think people panic buy because they're afraid that all the things that they want to get like will be out of stock or like will be like gone, because a lot of people just want it and they just want to have them before they went out of stock.
So the main point is, do you think what they do is correct? Is it appropriate, or you may think they just want to maybe they just want it for fun? Okay, Sarah.
No, it is not appropriate for panic buyers to panic buy because the stores will eventually lose out of products, and then the GDP will go down, and then Singapore will also shrink in its economy and business. Singapore will go in a revenue so as the rest of the world. So therefore, I don't think that people should panic buy. Instead, people should be patient and wait.
Rachel?
I don't think it's right, because if you do that, you will create fear in other people, and like what if others also need that stuff? Then they also don't have the stuff that they need, right? So yeah.
Isaiah?
I don't think panic buying is good, because like you're just fighting for necessities, and then Singapore tries to manage like the necessities to make sure that everyone gets it. So literally just like running to like say the supermarket just to get like all the necessities is kind of useless, because Singapore is doing their best to make sure that these supplies won't run out of stock.
Okay, so the next question is such pandemic like this, do you think panic buying gonna solve the situation?
No, panic buying is never going to solve the situation, because a lot of people panic buy, and there are 7 billion people around the world. Imagine if those products can feed the 7 billion people around the world. Wow, I'll be impressed really. So I don't think that it is possible to panic buy.
Rachel?
No, I don't think it will solve anything, because because like products in like supermarkets and such things will like run out, and people will not have like will not have in the stuff that they need. So I don't think panic buying will solve anything.
Isaiah?
I think panic buying is not really that necessary. Also, it's pretty useless, because like you can still get your necessities anyway. So I think that panic buying in such situation is really not that important.
Hold on. As Singaporeans are in this pandemic, people are panic buying and clearing out our Singapore supermarkets as because of COVID-19. As news has shown, COVID-19 cases has increased in Singapore every day, and people has been going to supermarket and clear the stocks, and pictures left online were as if like the whole NTUC was empty. People buy every single thing. So let's all do our part as Singaporeans, not to panic buy, okay? So the next question, do you think Singaporeans need to panic buy in such pandemic? Sarah?
Okay, so Singaporeans should stop panic buying, and also like listen to the government, and also listen to the news, and also obey. Singaporeans should how to say, in a way, compromise with the rules.
Rachel?
I don't think it's necessary for Singaporeans to panic buy, because they'll create panic and fear in others. So instead of doing that, they should like calm down and wait for supplies
You should
to
calm down, Singaporeans.
yeah, they should calm down and wait for supplies to stock up instead, and keep up to date with the news as well.
Kazea?
Well, I think that panic buying is not necessary at all because things will still come into the supermarkets anyway. So I don't really think there's a need to just buy everything for yourself immediately because it's gonna be stocked up anyway.
Okay, so the next question I want to ask is, as you know, Singapore, if you have seen the news, people have started buying instant noodles. So the next question for you guys is, why people need to buy instant noodles in such crises? Sarah?
Okay, so people are anxious to run out of food, and instant noodles are a staple food of Singapore. So people are trying to buy staple food items so that they can survive throughout this pandemic and they will not die of hunger or starvation.
Rachel?
Maybe because the supermarket might be out of stock of ingredients to cook food, or either they're like lazy to cook their own food. So I think that's why.
Kazea?
I think a lot of people buy instant noodles because they're very quick to cook and they're also quite affordable to get. So a lot of people like to stock up on instant noodles so that they can eat at home instead, but can cook very fast.
Do you know that eating Maggi instant noodles has a lot of health risk? If you just want to stock up many noodles, maybe just a few packets. Don't need to fill the whole trolley with instant noodles like what you see online. So the next item I want to talk about is why do they want to buy it for?
They want to buy more because they want to avoid getting hungry, and also they are stingy because they just don't want the store to run out of their favorite food. So therefore Singaporeans are buying more as compared to other countries.
Richard?
I think it's because maybe they want to save money from buying ingredients, or either probably they're like just lazy to cook their own meals.
Kazea?
I think people want to buy like more because they are afraid that if they buy less, they won't be able to get enough.
Okay, so now we are under circuit breaker, as you all may know. It's already been half a month, and already people are still leaving the house nowadays to go to the supermarkets and wet markets in exact, and people still hang out outside with your friends or maybe your neighbors. But no, do not do that. As you can see, there's a lot of unkind people in Singapore in this recent these few days. Like a lot of people ditch the stay home notice, maybe the LOA, or you're under quarantine, or now we're under circuit breaker, you're not supposed to go out or eat at any hawker center. You have to eat takeaway food. And recently, McDonald's just closed its stores, and we'll talk all about this in the next podcast, which I think we will be doing. So the last question I have for you all is, do you think we Singaporeans have enough food to last us? Maybe for this whole pandemic, after this pandemic ends, you don't know what may happen. Sarah?
I might not be able to know whether this pandemic end or not because this pandemic people are unsure about the end date of this pandemic. So people cannot assume things, or else people will get accused for anyhow saying that the pandemic will end at a such date. So we cannot assume things. So what my advice is, stay true to yourself and avoid fake news. Listen to the news from your nation.
Rachel?
No, I don't think so. Because like right now, because of the situation, like markets, or no way, like McDonald's and all that are closed down. So I think we should just buy like when you need, not like panic buying. And then they should like keep up to date with the news, and don't spread rumors.
Zaya?
People have been like breaching the rules and the regulations when it comes to this circuit breaker. It's really unknown, like when will this end, because it will end up being extended if people don't really cooperate. So and also there are also people who keep on like spreading rumors about like certain things during this situation. So you also need to be very careful of them, because at this point we don't even know when will this circuit breaker even end.
We want to thank you for
Joining us.
In episode 2 of
Daryl's podcast.
and we will see you on the next podcast on Daryl's podcast. Bye.